Top producers remember that their most important job is lead generation. Guys, now hear me on this one. This is really important for you, and if you hear me and you believe this and you take it home and you invest your time accordingly, you will have spent a very good Saturday morning here. The only job in the real estate business that matters, and the only one that I would ever have, because it's the only one I know of that pays enough money to interest me, is lead generation. The rest of it is all just secretarial work and nonsense. Okay? Lead generation is the only job in this business. If somebody said to me on Monday, the only thing you can do in the real estate business is work with buyers, I would leave the real estate business the next minute. It's a crappy job. Why in the world would I want to do a crappy job? People don't tell you things like this. I remember, Bert, in the old days they had a seminar, how to hold an effective open house. I leaned over to somebody, they were advertising it at a board function. I said they should re-entitle that, how to effectively do something stupid. See, if I had 2.5 hours on Sunday, and I got a choice between sitting in somebody's house waiting for somebody to come in and slap me in the teeth with $3,000, or spend 2.5 hours going out and finding it, well, guess what I'm going to do? Because I know what my job is, and I hope you guys do too. Where am I? 17. Thank you. All right, here we go. These are the keys to the kingdom, guys. Okay. If you do everything on this list, you will make a lot of money, and you'll do it in a hurry. What do I mean by number 18?
You got better eyes than I, Dennis, because I can't read it.
Oh, they remember their salespeople.
Thank you.
They remember their salespeople.
They remember their salespeople. What do I mean by that? You know, I come from an academic background. I used to teach college English. And you know, for the first 2 years I was in this business, I thought I was a real estate professional. I'm a salesman. That's what I do for a living. I sell things. Nothing wrong with that. I'll talk later on about the differences. Top producers prospect, they focus on business development. Number 20 is one you can write down and you can circle and you can put on the wall. They track their results. Lisa, if you're going to talk to buy owners next week, here's what I want you to do. I want you to write the amount of time down that you spent on it, and then I want you to write down the results, and then I want you to do it next week, next week, next week, next week. I sat down with an agent one time. She said, I'm not holding open houses anymore. That was her. I said, really? I said, why? She said, oh, I don't get anything out of it. How many open houses have you held every month for the last 6 months? 4. I said, how many houses have you sold? She goes, I don't know. I said, well, let's find out. It's 4. I said, how much money did you make? $10,000. I said, how much money did you make a month? She said, $1,600. I said, how much money did you make in open house? She said, $400. I said, how much time did you spend on it? She said, 3 hours. I said, how much money did you make an hour? She said, 133. Track your results. Okay? Business plans. If I sound like I'm talking out of 2 sides of my mouth on that one, here's what I said to you about open houses. If you're going to hold an open house, hold an open house, and we'll talk to you about how to do that too. But if that's the best you can do in terms of business development, you're never going to talk to expireds, you're never going to talk to buy owners, you're never going to do postcards, at least do something. That was her way to do lead generation, and for her, it worked. I knew an agent in this business who just left recently. She retired about 3 years ago. She would sit in open houses from 2 until 5 on Saturday and Sunday. That's how she made her living. She knitted Afghans. And she'd sit there and knit for 6 hours on the weekend, chat with her kids on the phone. She consistently made $70,000 to $100,000 a year knitting. Okay? A lot of different ways to skin a cat. Top agents continue to upgrade their skills. They see that as part of their business, and it is part of the next one down, which is they have business plans. Bert, that's what that says. They have business plans. Top producers will sit down and say, this is how much money I want to make. Here's how to do a business plan. You say to yourself, I want to make $70,000 a year. Okay, at Key Realty, how many transactions do you have to do a month? 2. Okay? That is 2 a month. That is 1 every 15 days. That is your goal, incidentally, guys. That's the beginning of a business plan. The next thing you do is, okay, how am I going to get there? What am I going to do? And then you put in place, you layer in a series of behaviors that are going to get you there. And then you track your results and you measure whether or not you're getting there. Everybody okay with that? Everybody looks a little lost and help me out here, guys. Nod. Do something. Okay, go. Do something. All right. They leverage their time. When I went to a seminar early on in this business, I think I might have mentioned to you every 20 minutes the guy taught me to have an alarm that went off in my head and said, is what I'm doing right now making me money? Well, I was on floor time at the time, Bert, and I was going on tour meetings, and I mean to tell you, a lot of times that alarm was not a comfortable sound, okay? Oh my. All right. Top producers use their technology. They use technology. Did you know, okay, if you go in, you can go to Verizon today, you can buy a little netbook. Okay? Actually, they'll probably give it to you. And for $60 a month, you can get a little card for the side of it. Within 6 months, those cards are going to be running faster than cable modems at home. I think Buckeye's got a real problem. When they go to the 4G networks inside of Sprint, watch out. I think cable is done. Okay? Because you're going to be able to put one of those little cards that's about this thin and about the size of a square on a table here, and 5 computers are going to be able to hook up to it, and they're all going to be running faster than cable. Okay?
They don't work right yet.
Well, the Sprint infrastructure for the 4G network that they build on the coast is gradually moving in to the country, and as soon as it hits Detroit, there are people in North Carolina right now playing Xbox Live on the internet on those Wi-Fi hotspots.
Not here yet.
Not here yet.
Nope.
6 months. Go to Sprint.com. Watch Detroit. When it hits Detroit, that's when it's available here. Okay. All right. But anyway, Kate, you can walk in a house with one of those little netbooks. You can open it up. It's a little slow. Okay. But if I've got a choice between sitting down with you and saying, okay, Kate, what are you looking for? Well, homes in West Toledo? Let's look at them. We do a few video tours, a few still photographs, etc., etc. And I walk out of your house with a list of 10 houses to show you, and I'm going to pick you up on Monday and show you those houses. That's far better off. Think about how much better off you are than me going, oh, that's what you're looking for. I'm going to go back to the office. I'm going to get you a list. I'll email you something. You know, blah, 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 blah.